Kohima War Cemetery de Dui Stadium, World War II the soldiers Morijagan ki honor group onimide Remembrance Day Malaysia. Even the Commonwealth War Graves Commission Barijan Kushe. Good officials, veterans are public Canberra Saluche. Even like a special case of Chief Minister Dr. Neviru Tagisha wrote like a speech day. There brought Battle of Kohima fight Kurakangi, war like a key battle Madigina Dahangi Yat Kushe. British Deputy High Commission, Kolkata like a Bharat Dave, Deputy Head of Mission Press Cemetery the soldiers can लगा मेमोरी रखी दिया करने नागालैंड मनुखान के धन्यवाद दिशे होम कमिश्नर अभिजीत सिन्हा पर प्रोग्राम चेयर कुशे फॉलन हीरोज खान के ट्रिब्यूट देगिना केस पर रेट्स रखिशे और सेरेमनी द म्यूजिकल परफॉर्मेंसेस और प्रेयर्स कुरिगिना सोलेम टच दिशे अबु में एडवाइजर टू द चीफ मिनिस्टर ब्रा तलगा ग्लोसिंग रिमार्क्स दे फ्यूचर द बीस पटावले बास के याद कुरिबले लगी था पर कुशे लेस वी फॉरगेट कथा लगत इवेंट खत्म कुशे
A story that has passed down with reverence during the siege of the Deputy Commissioner's bungalow, one of the most intense phases of the battle. The fighting reached so close quarter that soldiers could hear each other's breathing amidst the chaos. When ammunitions ran low, some allied soldiers passed messages carved on our ration tins, ensuring one another, "Hold on, reinforcement is coming." Those reinforcements did come, and that tiny gesture of faith stretched onto a tin can captured the spirit of Kohima, a promise that no matter how dark the hour, courage prevails. Such stories remind us that history is not only shaped by grand strategy, but also by the quiet determination of ordinary men who become extraordinary heroes. I am a proud son of a veteran soldier. My father participated in the Second World War, and they were scouting with armies in the east because Japanese took position in Burma and marching towards this part of the country. Most of his time he spent in Happy Valley as training assistant instructor. And this first Assam regiment, under British, they received the King George Medal, the Medal of Burma Star, and Regiment Stars. Today, many people had died, but many people live, but their memory continues. As a bachelor, when India got freedom in 1947, they were asked bachelors to take discharge if they want to set up their family. And that's where my father came home. And that's how we were brought up. Today, as we observe the 2-minute silence, let us remember all who fell, those who lie in these graves, those who were cremated, and the countless others whose names were lost in time.
जब हमारे वीर सैनिकों ने, योद्धाओं ने सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर में इस कोड पर इस देश को बचाने के लिए युद्ध किया, बलिदान दिया। और इसीलिए जब हम इस स्थल पर आते हैं और इस दिन का स्मरण करते हैं तो हम उन वीर शहीदों सैनिकों ने जिन्होंने अपने देश के लिए बलिदान दिया, कुर्बानियां दी, और इसीलिए सेकेंड वर्ल्ड वॉर का ये युद्ध बहुत ऐतिहासिक था और बहुत महत्वपूर्ण भी था। और इसीलिए उस समय के वार में जिन सैनिकों ने जिस बहादुरी से लड़े गए, आज हम सबको उनसे प्रेरणा मिलती है। और इसीलिए इस स्थल पर जब आते हैं तो हमें वो शब्द याद आते हैं, वो वाक्य याद आते हैं जो शब्द वाक्य ने हम सबके प्रेरणा के लिए, कि जब तुम घर जाओ उन्हें कह देना कि हमने आज अपना कल तुम्हारे लिए दिया है। और ये वाक्य, ये शब्द आज भी शब्द नहीं, हम सबकी प्रेरणा है कि हमें आने वाले कल के लिए आज देना होगा। और हमारे वीर सैनिकों ने कल के लिए उस समय बलिदान दिया। ये स्मरण का दिन है, याद का दिन है, हम सबकी प्रेरणा का दिन है। मैं इस मौके पर यहाँ के राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री जी को धन्यवाद देता हूं, जिनके पिताजी ने भी इस वर्ल्ड वार के अंदर शामिल थे। डॉक्टर नेफ्यू जी को, जो हमेशा इस दूर दराज उत्तर पूर्वी क्षेत्र के अंदर सैनिकों के, यहाँ के अर्ध सैनिकों के मनोबल को बढ़ाकर रखते हैं। और आज का ये दिन हम सब की स्मरण यादों में रहेगा कि भारत हमेशा योद्धाओं की धरती रहा है, वीरताओं की धरती रहा है। आप सबको धन्यवाद। जय हिंद।
We are grateful to the Honorable Chief Minister, Dr. Nephew Rio, and the collaboration of the British High Commission and the Deputy High Commission Office in Kolkata for coming together and initiating official commemoration of Remembrance Day here in Nagaland, which was initiated last year. This is only the second time that we are observing Remembrance Day in Nagaland, despite 8 decades since the war. While it's better late than never, I'm sure we've started an exciting new journey and an adventure that will tell wonderful stories and spread the message of peace to the global community. Speakers before me have mentioned about the Battle of Kohima, how significant it was, how it changed history. Its details, its historical elements does not need elaboration, as we all know about it. But this place, this city, this Commonwealth War Grave Kohima is indeed very, very special. We stand on the ground on which they fought. We walk on the ground where they bled. We breathe the air which they defended. This soil is sanctified by their sacrifice. 80 years ago, the Naga people were living in peace and harmony, having our own way of life. Behind me, in front of you, is the legendary Kohima village. Left of me, the Kohima Cathedral, the historic crucifix, and Kohima Baptist Church behind me. iconic, historic, significant. But as I said, 80 years ago, our people were suddenly disturbed by the sounds of gunfire, the booming of tanks, aircraft disturbed the blue skies. Today, we are enjoying this clean air, listening to the birds singing, insects joining us. But 80 years ago, the scene here would have been very different. You could have smelled the blood. The devastation would have been everywhere. That village behind me would have been largely destroyed and devastated. Suddenly we became part of a war in which we had nothing to do with. Great powers, ideologies crashed here on this soil. But at the end of the day, a few hundred men defeated thousands. Due to their bravery, their resilience, and their courage. But I must place on record also, as historians have noted, and speakers before me have said, this battle would not have been won if the Naga people did not contribute. This battle would not have been won if the Naga people did not sacrifice. It needs the local population to contribute for a battle to be won. For many years, many decades, perhaps writers from the West have not elaborated on that aspect. But if we dig history, scratch above the surface, we know that this battle would not have been won if the Nagas had not sacrificed, if the Nagas had not contributed, if the Nagas had not walked that extra mile. And today, as children of those former generations, I stand here and I'm sure all my fellow Nagas join me in being proud of the fact that we contributed towards the triumph of victory, we contributed towards the triumph of democracy and freedom. If the Japanese forces had crossed here, taken over that highway down there, reached Dimapur in that airstrip and the railway station, perhaps the history of the Indian subcontinent would have been different. Perhaps the growth of democracy in this region would have been different. Today, we remember those who sacrificed, the 1,000 plus men who are buried here and a few hundred who were cremated here. For those families, for those generations, these little patches of land will forever be England, Ireland, Scotland, Punjab, wherever they came from. As long as time lasts, as long as this earth exists, these patches of land will always be home to them. Nagaland will continue to welcome them. And today, Nagaland is using the experience of violence, war, and devastation to tell the message of peace to the world. Today, we want to tell the global community that peace is the only way. And peace is the only way forward for humanity to succeed. On Remembrance Day, we send out this strong message again. We thank you all for joining us. We thank our foreign friends for joining us. And I cannot mention everybody, but the entire team have worked tirelessly to make this a success. We hope that in the coming years, this will continue to grow, but most importantly, it'll spread the message of peace, oneness, and unity. Thank you for listening. God bless. Kugnalim. Jai Hind.
Nagaland TV, Sop Manulaga Awas. Watch us live on Geo TV and on your television sets as well. For Dimapur viewers, we are on channel number 994 in Global Chapter, and Kohima and Mokokchung viewers, switch to channel number 138 on Hornbill Digital. For all news and updates, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter.